Howdy Ho YouTube, Jon-Luke VGC here. Today, I'm finally going to reveal the Weezing team that I have been using for most of my Regulation H, both in-person and online events. I think it's really fun. I think it's a really good team, and I kind of have the notes to back that up. So I'm excited to share it with y'all. We're going to do, this is going to be kind of a longer, like, team breakdown, team report kind of style opening. I will do some battles from the most recent GC. If you're not aware, I just got back from Japan, so I actually I haven't been able to participate seriously in the Grand Challenge. Friday, I was in Japan and then on a plane, and then Saturday, I was on many planes because the planes were all messed up. And then I got home, and now it's Sunday, and I played some matches so I can show you the team, and then I kind of called it there. So let's go ahead, let's hop into this team report. So as you can tell, it looks pretty quintessential to what I like to play, except we have Weezing. I think Weezing was poised really, really well into the meta right now. Everything really relies on its abilities. It's like the #1 thing that people are choosing Pokemon for right now. So I wanted to build a team around that. And I should say that I did not directly build this team. So my friend Aquamoth actually built the team. And I really, really liked the concept. So this is not his exact team for sure. I've made a decent number of changes to it, but the 6 Pokemon were the same. So he showed us this team, and I went, this is what I've been looking for. I really like this team. I really like the concept of it. I kind of want to see what I can do with it. So I took the 6 Pokemon, changed some of the sets, changed a lot of the EVs, made them my own personal EVs. And now we have this team. So thank you to Aquamoth for showing me the original sketch of this team. It's come in handy a lot, and it's been pretty massive. Thank you. So we're going to start with the 2 trusted fake-out bros on the team. I do have both Rillaboom and Incineroar on here. What a shock, me playing Incin and Rilla. So it is Incineroar, Terra Ghost, Ability Shield, Intimidate with fake-out, knockoff, Flare Blitz, and Parting Shot. The spread is pretty simple. 244 HP, 4 attack, 36 defense, 156 special defense, careful, and 68 speed. So why do I have these specific benchmarks? 244 is just to max out the bulk in a meaningful way. I don't have Citrus Berry, so I don't want an even number HP. I want an odd number, so that's why we hit the 201. The attacks do enough as they are, so just for attack because I wanted for survivability, not necessarily for damage dealing on this Incineroar. 156 careful hits the bump, which makes it incredibly specially bulky, which is really fantastic into things like Primarina, setup Volcarona, a bunch of other stuff like Blood Moon Ursaluna without the Life Orb. I'm surviving all of these Earth powers all of a sudden. I felt like special defense Incineroar is pretty massive in Regulation H and will continue to be for the rest of the regulation. But I didn't want to use the Assault Vest on it because I had another Pokemon on the team that wanted it more. So I just decided that I would invest incredibly heavily into the special defense and allow the Intimidate to handle physical attackers, which it does quite well. So that's totally why I did that. And then the speed is 68 speed to hit 89. That is specifically because a lot of those Tail Room Ursalunas, started by Marco Silva, were hitting 88 speed. So I speed crept my Incineroar by 1 point in order to pretty consistently outspeed Tail Room, both Ursaluna and Blood Moon Ursaluna. Because if you wanted to put like a serious amount of speed investment into them, then they would usually hit that 88 mark. So this is just for that. The rest just goes into defense, kind of whatever I had left. So that's 36 defense. That's why that's there. It's just kind of the remaining EVs that I wanted to put into my physical bulk. We have Rillaboom, Terrifier, Assault Vest, Grassy Surge with Fake Out, Grassy Glide, Wood Hammer, and High Horsepower. If you don't have a ground type Pokemon, I find that High Horsepower is basically necessary to run on Rillaboom. You must have ground coverage somewhere. It is far too good to give up in this meta. My spread is simple. It's 196 Adamant to hit that final bump. I did play with 116 for a while, but I felt the damage outside of Grassy Terrain just wasn't good enough. So I decided that I would go even more offensive and go 196 Adamant. 100 speed to outspeed Modest Pelipper. That hits 117. This one, it's 118. And then 76 special defense to hit 100. So I get a nice even 150 on my special defense with the Assault Vest. Nothing too specific about that. I just like that even number. It's really good. And then 124 HP. Basically, I dumped the rest into HP to get an odd number, which means that I had to put 12 into defense, which does actually help against the Dire Claw calcs more than you think it does. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, this is Rillaboom I've used for now both Regulation H's. I think it's really, really good. Terrifier is still fantastic. So Incineroar, Rilla, two of my favorite Pokemon of all time. I get that a lot of people find them to be boring to watch, but I find them incredibly fun to play and incredibly fun to watch. And so I just disagree. I think they're incredibly fun, interesting Pokemon that, yes, we see them used very similarly, but how one uses them differs from person to person. And I just think they're incredibly good. And I notice a lot of success out of myself whenever I use these two. And that's why I have them. Next, we have Volcarona, a mon that I've grown to really love in Regulation H2.0, Terra Fairy, Covert Cloak, Flame Body with Heat Wave, Terra Blast, Quiver Dance, and Protect. So this is actually a set that I worked on with Alex Underhill. I did a few coaching sessions with him. Shout out Alex, Tub Takes, all that jazz. Really great. I really enjoyed my time working with him. But we came out with this specific set. It is 252 HP because 192 is actually the optimal number for grassy terrain recovery. So Volcarona is made for that. 36 defense, 36 modest to hit the first bump, 180 speed to outspeed Jolly Dragapult after a single Quiver Dance, and then just 4 special defense because we're going to get the bulk up with the Quiver Dance is anyways. Covert Cloak, so I originally ran Grassy Seed for a long time, but when I was talking with Alex, we ultimately decided that I wanted to get rid of variants, and so Covert Cloak allows me to do that. So if I don't Terra and they go for like Dire Claw or whatever, there's no chance that I'm going to get status. There's no chance that if I Terra, I'm going to get flinched by the Rock Slide from maybe a Scarf T-Tar or something like that. You know what I mean? It just gets rid of all of that. I was originally a huge like Grassy Seed, I was like, no, we must use Grassy Seed. No, I was wrong. Covert Cloak, I've grown to love Covert Cloak. I think it is the correct way to use Volcarona, and you just leverage Incineroar to give yourself more physical bulk if you need it. Just makes T-Tar a pretty hard matchup for this team. I'll tell you right now, that is probably the toughest matchup is like Tyranitar Sand with like Excadrill or Lycanroc or something like that. But it is winnable. I did end up beating Nico in the finals of our local when he had the Tyranitar Lycanroc stuff. So I'm not particularly... it's not impossible, but you do have to position your pieces incredibly well. So just kind of keep that one in mind. And Flame Body is great because if you get a burn on like an opposing Sneasler or something like that, it's just really, really good. We have Weezing, the star of the show, Terra Fairy, Citrus Berry, Neutralizing Gas with Sludge Bomb, Will-o-Wisp, Taunt, and Protect. So originally this was Terra Ghost on Aquamoth's team. I've changed the EVs for all 3 of the previous Pokemon. They're entirely my EV spreads. And I think some moves, he originally had U-Turn on Rillaboom, but I found that high horsepower is far too necessary in this meta. So I will mention occasionally some of the changes I've made from Aquamoth's original roadmap, but the team is pretty different, I would argue. I chose Terra Fairy, and the reasoning for that is because if I wanted to make sure that Dragonite could not get that scale shot off, I can protect the partner, Terra Fairy Weezing, go for the Will-o-Wisp, and then 85% of the time have a really good time. Sludge Bomb's great just to get poisons on things like Incineroar, and if you get it and just like it puts everything on a timer. Taunt handles Amoongus really well, which otherwise would probably be a pretty big problem for this team, especially Terra Water Amoongus. And then Protect is Protect. The EVs are not super particular. It's 252 HP, 236 Special Defense, Calm, and that's just another bump. This thing's meant to live, so I wanted as much defense as possible. So 4 defense, 4 special attack, whatever, and then 12 speed. And ultimately, the reason I did that is because I didn't want Weezing to be min speed because I didn't want to be speed tying no investment Incin. In fact, I wanted to make sure that I was faster than 4 EV investment Incineroar. This would help with Taunt, so I could stop parting shots, Will-o-Wisp if it Terras, or I could at least get damage on it before it swaps out, in case like a King Gambit or something that's immune to Sludge Bomb is in the back. So, yes, I opted for 12 speed and then hit the final bump in special defense just to make this thing as tanky as possible, and it lives everything, dog. Weezing is insane. I love it. It's so good. It does everything you need it to. Palafin is probably the weirdest pick on this team, but 0 to Hero does, in fact, activate even if Neutralizing Gas is on the field. And I do feel like water-type Pokemon are incredible right now, and nobody's like using them. Like, they're really hard to come by. So an opportunity to use Palafin in this regard I thought was too good to pass up. So it's Terra Water, Mystic Water, 0 to Hero with Wave Crash, Jet Punch, Haze, and Protect. This is your Dondozo answer. It and Rillaboom will basically do whatever you need to. If they go Terra Grass, then you have Volk and Incin, you have Weezing if you need it. Like, you got plenty of options here, so don't worry too much about that. But yeah, and then Mystic Water, because it only has water type moves, so you don't really need like Life Orb or anything like that to pick up anything else. It is 68 HP, 252 attack, 4 defense, 4 special defense, and 180 speed Jolly. So why did I pick these things? So the 180 Jolly was specifically for the Maus-Ape matchup. So 157 is 1 speed point faster than all base 90s, which is actually a pretty common speed tier in this game. And one of those mons is Annihilate. So you can lead Palafin Weezing, stop Annihilate from going for Terra Fire because they're Fate of the like Terra Water Wave Crash. Go for the Will-o-Wisp, and then if they do Terra Fire, then you have Wave Crash and Jet Punch later in the game, along with Haze if you need it. It's really good. You must get 0 to hero up. You must get it in its hero form. Its base baby form is not dealing enough damage, even with the multipliers, to do what you need it to. That is the only bad thing, but you can utilize that to your advantage. I've done a lot of stuff with Palafin where I'll like lead specifically into Talonflame. I lead Palafin plus Dragapult to feint like a water move in there, and then immediately swap into Weezing to get rid of Gale Wings, Terra Ghost, Terra Blast into Talonflame, stop them, they don't get Tailwind up, and then all of a sudden they're in a way worse position. Even if I trade my Dragapult there, I usually can come back because I have so much prio on the team to make it really shake, or just get speed up with Volcarona if I need that. Yeah, Palafin's really fun. I love it a lot. It's super good. And lastly, we have Dragapult, kind of something from the early days of Regulation H, but is not really made a comeback, but has been pretty strong on this team. It is definitely the most flexible member. Like, if you swapped it out for something else, I probably wouldn't be that mad. The other 5, I think, are almost necessary to make the team work, personally, but I think Dragapult is something that you could think about wrapping around. It's Terra Ghost, Choice Band, Clear Body with Dragon Darts, Terra Blast, U-Turn, and Sucker Punch. I know, very interesting, right? But Choice Scarf, Hisuian Typhlosion is a thing, and Sucker Punch does OHKO that if it has no bulk, which is really cool. Alchemath originally had it as Adamant, but I felt the speed was absolutely necessary. It doesn't really change too many calcs unless you have like mad bulky Talonflame. I've had like 1 Talonflame ever live the Terra Blast, and a couple of other things, but for the most part, this is really good. It's the Pokemon I bring the least for sure. It comes to matchups where I'm like, dang, what are they gonna do against Dragon Darts? So I'm gonna just click Dragon Darts a bunch, like those kinds of things. It comes to Acrobatic Sneasler, because it's really good into that, hardwalling a lot of that team, so keep that one in mind. Yeah, it's really good. I just went for simple max. He had a little bulk and was adamant, but ultimately I decided that wasn't worth it. Dragapult's here for a good time, not a long time. So how do you utilize the team? I'm sorry this one's long. I'm already at like 13 minutes, but I said this is a team report, so I'm taking my sweet time. For the most part, your main primary leads are going to be either Palafin Weezing or Incineroar Weezing. And if you're leading Incid Weezing, you didn't bring Palafin. If you're not leading Palafin, you're using the team wrong. And that's just a reality you have to live with. If you're like, can I have Palafin in the back? You can't. You can't do it. It's not going to work. It's going to require too much pivoting, and Palafin's just not going to have the damage output that you need it to, particularly on a team like this. I'm so sorry. You just got to do it. So if you're bringing Palafin, it must come up front. And 99% of the time, you're going to switch it out turn 1. Yeah, I don't care if it's predictable. I win when I do that. And so that's kind of how you have to do it. Otherwise, Dragapult Weezing is also something you can lead if you wanted to do that. Dragapult Palafin swap into Weezing is good. Volcarona obviously is the setup sweeper here, but I am very rarely leading it. I'll normally like parting shot out with Incin into Volk, and then the following turn go start setting up or something like that. Especially once I can start mitigating damage with like Will-o-Wisp and Intimidate and Parting Shot and stuff like that is the huge thing. Rillaboom is great. Many people assume that it's a support thing, but it is offensive. Grassy Glide I think picks up like a Tatsugiri at like 80% or something like that. Like a no bulk. It's like insane how good this mon is with that much attack investment. So that's something to keep in mind, that you can just use it as a straight up offensive threat. You don't need to be like, oh, it's my little support. No, go bonk. Go bonk hard and do good. You know what I mean? Grassy Glide does a lot more damage than you think it does. The Incin does okay damage because it doesn't have an investment, but it lives everything that you need it to, especially on the special side. And it's really great with Weezing, because then all of a sudden Primarina is like, what do? You know what I mean? So it's really, really great. But that is enough yapping about the team. I think 15 minutes roughly is plenty good. Let's get into some matches. You're going to see me play the games today. This GC, I just did my like 5 matches or whatever and called it out. The only thing I will say is that this team does have moves that can miss. You're using Heat Wave on Volcarona. You're using Will-o-Wisp on Weezing. Those are actually the only two, but you're clicking them a lot. Those are easily the 2 most clicked moves on this team. So just keep in mind that you can't have a bad day with Heat Wave. You can't have a bad day with Will-o-Wisp. But other than that, everything else, and high horsepower can miss too, and it will every now and again, because again, I think ground coverage is really important. You are clicking high horsepower a decent amount of time. So these are realities that you kind of have to come to, especially in a best of 1 environment, which you will see today. So thank you all so much for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and become a channel member. And let's go ahead and hop into the battles. Okay. We have... Let's try this again. It's been a minute since I've recorded. King Gambit, Hydrapple, Politoed, Porygon, Glade, and Sinistra. Okay, interesting team here. I mean, Instant Weezing to start is really good. Rillaboom's okay. Volcarona's really good. I have 2 things to handle the Sinistra. Yeah, I am going to go Rillaboom, I think. Aaron? Not quite certain how to. Let me move my chair up a little bit. I'm a little low. Okay, Politoed, Glade. Player Amulet, probably? No. Okay, cool. I mean, in that instance, I'm happy to Parting Shot Politoed and Will-o-Wisp the Glade, I think. I should survive at -1. A Psycho Cut. Perfect. That's fine. Who comes out? Hydrapple? Okay. I'll take that. Oh, they're going for Trick Room. This is actually pretty good then. I'll go Volk. Nice. Another -3. Yep. Okay. So they got a Trick Room up, which is like, okay, but they're -1 on Hydrapple. I just want to Quiver Dance and Sludge Bomb. It does a decent chunk there. Yeah, their Life Orb. I'll eat my Citrus Berry. That does a huge chunk. And I get the point. Dang, Weezing absolutely clutching up right now. Yeah, that did nothing. How much do you take from this? A good chunk. Cool. So I don't actually think I need to risk the miss here. I can just attack into Hydrapple and protect. A Terra Blast. I don't need to Terra right now. It's totally fine. Okay, who comes in? Polytoad, nice. Okay, they read a Heat Wave there. That was a bit of a superfluous double, though. I mean, like, if you're gonna go for the wide guard... Yeah. Leftovers? Yeah, that's fine. I would assume that Polytoad is slower than Glade, though I'm not totally certain. How many more turns of Trick Room are there? 2. I'm fine with doubling the Polytoad here, because the Glade's really not doing anything, you know? It's a good chunk. Do I even get KO'd by this? Yeah, that's fine. Oh, they crit. Okay. I was like, without the crit, they probably don't, but it's okay. Yeah, they get the drizzle up, but that's really not the end of the world. Yeah, and Polytoad goes down. Nice. I'll go back into Incin here. Oof. This is actually fine, though. I'll go ahead and Quiver Dance again. And fake out into Gambit. It doesn't really do much at all. So dimensions return to normal. Okay. Does Gambit have Protect? Could be AV. That might be my guess. I'm actually going to double the Gambit. Yeah, no Protect. I figured. I think they're AV. This is +2 now. We'll see. Still a good chunk. Oh, and we get the burn. Wow, what a game this is. Yeah. I live that now. And there's the Trick Room. I think I do this. Nice. Okay, that's actually huge then. Nice. Cool. Okay. Okay, what I want to do here then, it's actually swap into Incin and Grassy Glide the Gambit. Okay, battle was canceled. GG's. Yeah, they just handed that one out. Okay. Yeah, them going into the Gambit there was a good play on their part, and getting the burn was quite lucky, actually, but they got the crit. So I guess like the luck kind of evened itself out there. Because I think Weezing would have lived without that, and then Politoed doesn't get the rain up, and a bunch of other stuff. So yeah, that crit there was quite bad for me, but I knew that I could still position my way out of the game pretty well. So that's a really cool way to start this. Really good game from my opponent, surprising considering their ranking. But yeah, overall, that was a lot of fun. So really good game to my opponent. Let's do another one. Okay, we have Tyranitar, Feraligatr. Very interesting. Okay, T-Tar, Feraligatr, Archaludon, Sinistra, Incineroar, and Comfey. So I see what Comfey is doing. I'm also seeing a bunch of stuff I can burn. Okay. I don't know what I'm thinking. Yeah, I'll try this. This is a bit odd. I'm probably gonna have to Terra the Volk, personally, I think, but Feraligator's interesting. This is what I would normally bring. Normally that would just be a Pelipper. Like, this would be a pretty standard team if that was a Pelipper. Nice. Okay, this is fine. Lead Weezing. I can be faster than their Incineroar. They have a Switch 1 because of how long that took. Okay, that's pretty nice. So I'm cool to fake out and Will-o-Wisp T-Tar. If we trade fake outs, we trade fake outs. But I am also a quasi-fast Incin. Nice. Okay. Couldn't have asked for a better turn. Well, actually, hang on. See, I could have asked for a better turn. Okay. But seeing that means that T-Tar is slower than my Incin. So I can Parting Shot and Will-o-Wisp again. Because my Weezing is slower than my Incineroar. I mean, yes, my Weezing is slower than my Incineroar, so the fact that it went after my Weezing means that it was slower than Incin. So I can always get this Parting Shot off. That's fine. Is it a speed tie? That is really unlucky. Okay. I'm gonna high horsepower and Sludge Bomb Incineroar. Nice. Okay. Called that really well. That's not gonna do it. Yeah. Biggie Berry is odd, but okay. I guess I just high horsepower Incin and Will-o-Wisp T-Tar. So I wonder what their item is. It's not AV. It's not Clam. It's not Cloak. Is it Citrus? If they have a Figgy on Incin. Okay. So Incin goes down. That's pretty huge. Okay, they win again with the Rock Slide. And they get another flinch. Okay. Really unlucky. Like, I'm getting really, really unlucky. But it's okay. Because I can basically just neuter this T-Tar. No high horsepower. I'm gonna protect. That's really unfortunate. Like, really kind of frustrating, but it's okay. I don't do 50%, so that's not great. It's fine. What? I'm gonna high horsepower and go for the double. I don't get it, but that's okay. Now I will heal up a little bit, which is good. But they're not AV on the T-Tar, which is huge. Okay. I'm seeing the vision here. And they're not wanting to Terra. So I'm gonna go Volk here. And so I don't want to risk a miss. Are they Sash T-Tar? So I want to do this. Okay, no swap. That's huge. If I do this, then I don't risk a high horsepower miss. Okay, yep, no swap, no switch, nothing. So Arch goes down. And they're not Sash, okay. Well, that's GG's then. I should have won this game far more decisively, but they got really, really lucky with multiple flinches. I mean, that's the name of the game, I guess. It is what it is, but that's a little frustrating. Just because I feel like this team is really good. And to have been brought this close... I know that I have, like, basically 2 full health Pokemon remaining, but to be brought this close by... whatever this team is a little... doesn't make me feel super good. This is going to seem greedy, but I always fake out Quiver Dance here. Yeah, and battle was canceled. This way that I can... because if they protect, then I get the Quiver Dance off, and I don't have any super effective damage into that bad boy, so... But yeah, that's just like... I'll have to review back. I thought my Weezing moved before the T-Tar turn 1, but I might have been mistaken, and it might not have. But if it did, then they not only won 2 speed ties, but then they won... they got 2 flinches, which is a little frustrating. But in those moments, it's okay to be, like, upset at the situation, but you still got to play the game a little bit. So I was just like, don't let it get to you. Just keep playing the game in a way that can guarantee your win, and you're gonna go from there. And that's a really good lesson, I think, to learn in those moments. So we still won kind of decisively. Like, I still had 2 full health Pokemon, but I do think without those flinches, I would have made that game a lot less close. So really good game to my opponent either way. Let's do another one. Okay, we have Incin. Oh, no Incin. We have Rillaboom. What am I seeing? Rillaboom, Volcarona, Goldango, Primarina, Ursaluna, and Weavile. So Sash, Fake Out Weavile, probably. I mean, my Moth is kind of amazing here. Incin's good. Yeah, Incin's really good. Rillaboom's really good. And I don't love... Like, Weezing's quite good here as well. Volcarona, Weavile, that's fine. Nice. So, what I want to do here is just go ahead and Quiver Dance and knock off. I don't know Volk's item. That's fine. Neither of these two really threaten me right now, right? Like, can I just Quiver Dance again? Yeah, I'm just gonna Quiver Dance again and knock off the Volk. Nice. And now I'm +2. And the Volk takes a nice chunk. It's like, what can they really do to me right now? How many more turns of Tailwind do they have? 2? I'm just gonna Protect. And Parting Shot out on Volcarona. Nice. Nice. Rillaboom. Now I can Fake Out and Heat Wave. -1. Yeah, it's not really doing all that much. Volcarona. That's really bad, actually. Volcarona, what are we doing today? Dude, what are you doing? Yeah, because then I would have probably been able to pick up this Volk. It's whatever. It's so... I'm having really bad luck today. I've missed a lot of heat waves. Fine. We're still doing actually quite okay. Okay. So I'm gonna do the same thing. Click Heat Wave. And click Wood Hammer. That's all I gotta do. That's going. You. What's the Terra? Poison. That's fine. Kind of anticipated, but... Okay, double connect there. Yeah, this will pick up then. Yep, there goes Prim. So I know that they have a burned Weavile. And what else? And they used up Terra, so that's really good. Goldango. What's the item on the gold? I'm faster even if it's Scarf, which is fine. So I'm actually fine to protect here. And swap into Incin. Yep. The gold, I don't know what the gold's gonna go for. Power gem. Okay. So they're choiced in some way, which I thought was maybe the case. Okay, so I should be faster than Weavile because I'm +2. Weavile will take the additional burn chip. And grass disappears. I really love this team. I'm excited not for to have Reg H anymore, though. This team can miss, and it can be frustrating, and I've gotten very lucky that that hasn't been the case, but yeah, just know that you can get unlucky with this team. Power Gem, but not choiced. What? What do you give up? Nasty Plot? Do you not have Nasty Plot? I still have Rilla in the back, right? Yeah. Okay, I don't need to risk the miss here. I Terra Blast. And I Flare Blitz. Make it rain. And I live that because I'm +2 special defense. And this will knock it down low enough that I can simply click Terra Blast. Well, or not, because it KOs the Golden Go. That's like no bulk Golden Go then. Because this is like no offensive investment Incineroar. Okay, so we made it through with the Protect, which is good, with the miss. Yeah, you can kind of see... I'm getting kind of unlucky today, which is a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. Yeah, I was just like, come on, man, really? We're gonna miss right now? Like, really? Okay. Yeah. That's what I get for not bringing out Weezing, I guess. But we still clutched it up. We still pulled it out. So a really good game to my opponent. Let's do another one. This is such an unserious GC. This is unfortunate. I wish I could show y'all some more high-end matches with the team. But it is what it is. We have Metagross, Pelipper, Toxicroak, Grimmsnarl, Golduck, and Annihilape. So this is going to seem pretty counterintuitive, but I actually want to lead Weezing and Incin into a team comp like this. It just handles so many of the things so well. With Rillaboom and you. Now you're like, Jon-Luke, you're going to bring 2 fire types into a rain matchup? And the answer is yes, because I'm never going to let rain get up. This is probably the least intuitive line that you're going to find with this team, but it is the way that I have like pretty consistently beaten rain well. Normally like Metagross is Arch, but so now I can like burn stuff. Normally I'm just going to straight up flinch the Arch and, I mean, fake out the Metagross and break Sash on Pelipper, and then kind of play the game from there. They are timing out. So it's going to be Metagross Pelipper, which is actually really good for me. Metagross Annihilate. Okay. That is most definitely Final Gambit Ape. I'm calling Final Gambit 8. Or Explosion Metagross. See. Nice. Okay. Psychic Fangs is kind of fine. Then I just want to knock off into Metagross. And Will-o-Wisp into Metagross. Nice. AV. Okay. So they can't KO both Pokemon here. I'm just gonna Parting Shot Ape. And Will-o-Wisp Ape. That's fine. And doesn't even KO now. We're sitting pretty, boys. We're sitting pretty. Okay. I go into Volk. My question is do I, they have knockoff. Do they have fake out in the back? That Lumberry? Okay. Yes. But I still think I Quiver Dance. And I protect. What? Okay. There's a knockoff, which is fine. So fun fact, Stomping does not get the boost from hitting into Protect. So I'm going to go ahead and Heat Wave. And just go for the double. Okay. If I don't get it, that's okay. A double connect. That's why I wanted to go for the double. Because now they can get in Pelipper pretty safely. Oh, or not. And I live. Nice. Huge. If they take out my Weezing here, we're actually like totally fine. They go for Tailwind, okay. So I actually want to protect. And Sludge Bomb Annihilate. Yeah, that's fine. Rillaboom can actually pick up the rest of this. My thing is Pelipper protect here? I want to say yes. Like, I want to go for... this. Because I actually could be faster than Pelipper. Nice. Huge. And I missed the Heat Wave, which is unfortunate. Getting pretty unlucky here, I will say. But this is fine. Okay, so Toxicroak comes in. How many more turns of Rain are there? 3? 4 turns of Terrain. How many more turns of Tailwind? 1. Toxicroak can learn Fake Out. So I actually just want to protect and swap into Incineroar. Yep. Nice. Huge. Okay. We're still totally in this. I go Rilla. They haven't Terra'd yet. Who's the Terra? Okay, this is fine. It is Terra Ghost, but that's okay. Pelipper goes down, which is good. They're now -1 attack. Do I live? No. Okay. How many more turns of another Lorb? Let me heal back a little bit. How many more turns of Rain are there? 1. I protect. So Dry Skin means they'll take additional damage from Heat Wave. They're Damp Rock. They're seriously Damp Rock. I could burn. Does over half, which is good. And I live. I burn. Okay, pretty huge. Okay. It does look like another Heat Wave picks up. Yeah, I think I have to go for another Heat Wave. I can't let them get additional recovery. Nice, okay. Woo! That was close. That was really close. Did I get unlucky in that? Not really. No, I missed a Heat Wave, didn't I? Yeah, I think I did. I don't remember. What an interesting team that was. So I over-indexed a little bit in the beginning for sure on that being Scarf Ape, and I was wrong. So that's something good to know, but yeah, in the end there, I was like, do I want to wait for the rain to try to stall a rain? And ultimately, I was like, no, because it's going to keep getting healing from Dry Skin. So the fact that I was like, I have to just go for the attack now. But luckily, yeah, it does take additional damage from Fire-type moves because of the Dry Skin ability. So that really kind of worked out in my favor. But either way, really good game to my opponent. We're going to do one more. What is this GC dog? Okay, we have Annihilate. I mean, yeah, this is pretty standard, like Maus-Ape, Dragonite, Goldengo, Rillaboom, and Blood Moon. My question is do I want Rillaboom as the last one, or do I probably want Moth, right? That's what I'm thinking. Otherwise, I can't really hit the Dragonite really well at all. So this is what I'm going to go with. I feel like I might know this person. Or I've faced them before, maybe? I don't know. I recognize the name and maybe the trainer card. Yeah. Household Annihilate. I needed to be not Taunt Mousehold. I need him to go for the beat up. Nice. Okay. This is starting okay. Yep. They're gonna go into Weezing. I survived pretty handily, so this seems to be not as much attack investment. Now, Weezing, you gotta clutch up here. Okay, thank you. Okay. Do they have leftovers? No. Probably citrus then. So I'm okay to parting shot. And sludge bomb the mouse hold. Because now they're -3. Fine. Bulk up. Yep. Go Palafin. Nice. Okay. So now I want to go Wave Crash into Mouse Hold and Protect. I guess it just depends on how fast Mouse Hold is, but I don't quite know. It's fine. There. Mouse Hold goes down, which is huge. Nice. Comes in. Wave Crash is going to do a lot. So I need to swap into Incin. And I'll go for the Willow on Rillaboom. Nice. Yeah, this should pick up. Yeah, that's fine. Because now I can fake out and Quiver Dance. Okay, Terrifier, that's fine. That's actually really good for me, because I have Palafin in the back. Looks like Terra Blast. Oh, that's, yeah, to Annihilate should pick up. It says 87 to 103. Nice. They don't protect. And I pick up. Cool. Do they miss the high horsepower? They're -1. Okay, that didn't matter too much. I'm not gonna lie, that didn't really matter. They're only gonna do like 40%. This is still an incredibly bulky Incineroar, although it's mainly special bulk. I was worried they might protect the Annihilate there. Okay, so now they're -2 and stuck at that. Dragonite! Okay. So now I can Jet Punch and Terra Blast into Dragonite. That's fine enough, because in the next turn I can just Fake Out and do it. How many more turns of terrain are there? One? Okay. I'm gonna do this. Nice, okay. They got the double, which is lucky on their part, but not what I went for. I pick up, cool. And now I can just do the same thing. Jet Punch and... Jet Punch. Dragonite. Terra Blast. Yeah, I bet it was canceled. Yeah. So I thought they might be able to, they might go for that, in which case the one way I lose is they get that double and then they would hammer again. I can stall out the last turn of Grassy Terrain. I didn't actually know if that Jet Punch would pick up. I didn't look. I just knew that I needed to cover for the Grassy Glide. So what I do is I go for the Jet Punch there into Rillaboom. If it lives, basically it's going to live at a really low amount. And if they got that double, the following turn, I can Fake Out with Incin and go for the Terra Blast, KO the Dragonite. And then their -3 Rillaboom, even if it picks up the KO on my Volcarona, might go down to recoil damage because it's so low already from the Woodhammer. Or then the following turn, I think even with a crit, my Incin lives a high horsepower, and then it just goes straight, Flare Blitz, and I win the game. So that was what me covering for everything. When I picked up that KO, it was basically GG's game over, because now I can just always Jet Punch plus Terra Blast. So really good game to my opponent. Either way, they played super well. They were actually kind of high ranked. I think I stopped them from hitting like 16 or 17. So sorry about that. But that's a really good place to end it. Team is good. Team feels strong. I still really, really love this team. So thank you so much for watching. Let's go ahead, hop into the outro. All right, everyone, that is the team. So what are my thoughts? This team has done a lot for me. I've been pretty successful with it here at the end of Reg H, and I'm a little sad I won't have the opportunity to take it to a major in-person event, but it is what it is. That is life sometimes. So I wanted to make this video because if you wanted to, now you can. You can try it out, play with it, see if you like it. And if there's an event that you want to take it to, go for it. No need to gatekeep it now that my competitive career with it is over and I'm already starting to like formulate Regulation F stuff, do all those kinds of things, and enjoy my time in ZA. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you like the team. Let me know your thoughts down below. I think it's really good, and I can say that I have the proof is in the pudding kind of deal. I have the notes to back it up, I guess. But thank you all so much for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and become a channel member. But most importantly, please remember that you are appreciated. All right. Peace.